played offensively, just her effort throughout.
Yeah, JJ was great. Kind of an anchor for us, and that's what we need for her in this series. We're gonna rely on her a lot. She's got a tall task to guard Asia, but also to be able to dominate the paint. I think she handled it well, and we're gonna look to her to do that more.
You guys lead this game almost wire to wire. You hold Asia Wilson to a tie for a season low 6 rebounds. What sort of statement do you think a game like this sends to the rest of the league?
I don't know, a statement, but we wanted to come out and set the tone right away. We knew that this was going to be a big game for us, and we worked all season to get home court advantage, so we wanted to make sure we took care of that. The job's not finished. We made it as difficult as we can for tonight, but really great players, they bounce back, and so we got to stay the course and focus on how we're going to do it again.
Courtney, you've seen a lot of excellent Stewie performances, during your career. You played with her overseas. I guess, where does this performance rank for you? And maybe why does this one mean a little bit more?
This is Stewie doing Stewie to me. I have seen a lot of them, and it came to a point where I'm kind of expecting them, and so this is a good one. But we need more. We're going to have to see it again. Stewie's going to have to be great for us to win this series, and she knows that, and she's can handle that and carries it well. But yeah, she was great tonight. Her efficiency was awesome. I think she plays so damn hard, and I think that's what I appreciate the most about Stewie is how hard everything she puts into the game, and she was rewarded tonight.
After that struggle she had last year, the less efficient, I guess, postseason she had, have you seen that weigh on her at all this season, or use it as fuel?
Motivation, I would say, yeah. She takes responsibility for that and knows that she wasn't that great, as great as we're used to her seeing. But like I said, she uses that motivation, and I think that we're seeing kind of the work that she put in the off season, and the mentality that she's going into this series and this playoff run. We're definitely seeing it on the court.
What does that say about a superstar like Stewie, who doesn't use any excuses? You speak about her performance last year, but she could have, spoken about her and Marta expecting, and just a lot of things that she had on her plate, but she just kind of keeps her head down and stays professional, doesn't make any excuses. What do you say about that?
Yeah, that's what makes Stewie great. That's what superstars do. That's what MVPs do. They take accountability. She carries a lot. Like I said, she's got a lot on her load, and I think that she carries it with such grace, and she performs at her best when the lights are bright, and that's something we saw tonight.
That example that Stewie sets with how she carries herself, not making excuses, have you seen that rub off on maybe some of the younger players on the team?
Yeah, that's what great leaders do, is that they take accountability, and they show the young players or the vets, that this is how we handle things, and this is what we do. We look at ourselves first. We don't point fingers, and that's like the epitome of Stewie.
In the second quarter, there were plenty of quick whistles, some questionable calls out there, but you come out there, you kind of provide a spark. So, what did, for lack of a better term, the quick whistle nature of this game do to your game plan, and how were you able to adapt and flourish to it?
Yeah, it's hard at some point in the game when you feel like it's a really physical game, and the refs are swallowing their whistles, and then all of a sudden it changes. But that's something that we have to be ready for. It's not going to be the last time. We're going to see that a lot, and just being able to just stay the course and know that physicality is part of our game plan. And we might have some whistles, we might have some bad calls. That's part of the nature of it, and just staying together and remaining focused.
Courtney, last year you talked a lot about, or throughout this year, the importance of home court advantage for this postseason run. And for game one to be a rainy day in Brooklyn, but 14,000 fans, really great energy. This is what you guys were working towards all season. Manifesting that, seeing it in person, how did you experience that, I guess?
Yeah, it was great for us, when we go on those runs and you hear that the crowd gets involved, or when we need a big stop and the crowd is really loud. That's what we work for. That's it's a little thing, and this environment is absolutely unbelievable to play here at Barclays, but to have that at this important time, it really does. I don't want to say intimidating, but it's a little bit like, okay, when you're the other crowd, the other team, and you're like, wow, this, you know, it gets that loud in there, and, you know, things get a little bit more tense. So it was huge for us, and we're going to continue to lean on the crowd the rest of this playoff run.